everyone. So for today's card I wanted to do a happy anniversary card, and I've got some new chipboard letters that I want to use on this, so I couldn't fit the whole anniversary word in, so it just says Happy Annie. And I wanted to have a big patchwork heart on this card. So what I've done is I've drawn half of the heart shape and then folded the paper over down that halfway line and then cut it out, which gives me a symmetrical heart, but I've only had to draw the one side of it, because I tend to find you can draw one side of the heart much better than you can draw the other side, and it will look a bit wonky otherwise. But this is a great way of just cutting out a nice symmetrical heart shape. So next up, what I've done is I've just put some semi-permanent adhesive on the back of this heart shape, and I'm just drawing some lines. I think they were 3/4 of an inch apart, because I just want to do that patchwork kind of quilt effect on there. So just like little squares all over the heart, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these squares. As you can see here, I'm just cutting along all the lines, and I'm going to make each one of those squares in a different piece of pattern paper. There is a far easier way of doing this. I have definitely gone for the more complicated route, but I had fun doing it anyway, so you know, what the heck. So I've cut them all out, and here you can see I'm using semi-permanent adhesive just to stick them onto various different coloured bits of pattern paper. I think for this I used 4 different coloured papers, but you can use, you know, just 2, or you could use one different square for each colour. Each square could be a different colour, it doesn't matter. So as you can see here, I'm actually placing them on a piece of pattern paper. And I think if I was to do this again, what I would have done was cut the pattern paper out in the same shape as the heart, so I at least had a template, you know, to kind of work to, because it was really kind of fiddly to make sure it was all in the right place. But I got the effect I wanted, and that's the main thing. And I've just cut around this shape. So that's the main part of the card done now. And what I'm going to do is just to finish it off, I'm just putting stitches on there to make it look like it is actually patchwork quilting. And you can see here that's it finished. So onto the rest of the card, I've just used a standard size card, and I've done it in craft cardstock, and it's open, so it's landscape, and it opens kind of on the top fold. And here I'm just using some distress ink in the brown colour, and I'm using a Fisker's roller stamp, which I absolutely love. I use this fairly regularly. I don't know if you can still get hold of it, because I've had mine for years, but I'm literally just rolling it on, and you can see it just does the whole front sheet of the card, front face of the card, in just one quick movement. So it's great stamp for just getting some quick background stamping going on. And here I've already pre-cut this one out. It's just, again, a bit of the same pattern paper that I've used on that heart. And here I'm just using the Making Memories paper edge scraper, just to, you know, rough up that edge and give it a bit of texture. And again, getting back to my distress inks, which I really love to use, and I'm just going to quickly rub over that textured edge, you know, just to give it a bit of distressed brown vintage look. And now I can stick it down to the base card. So I'm just putting some double-sided sticky down there, using my ATG gun, which, yeah, since I bought that I've never looked back. It's brilliant, love it. So just lining that up with the bottom edge, and just trimming off any excess on the sides, because it was slightly too long for the card. So you can see the card beginning to come together now, and what I've got here is this tiny itty bitty little heart punch, and I'm going to use the same bits of pattern paper that I've just used to make that parchment heart, and just punch out a couple of these in the really tiny little heart punch. I'm just going to kind of decorate the front of the card, sort of like confetti, and just kind of, you know, plonk them anywhere. And as you can see, I've used several different colours of the pattern paper. So first of all, I'm going to stick this patchwork heart down. I'm using quite a bit of three-dimensional foam adhesive because there's quite a lot of paper gone into making that heart, so I want it to stay stuck down. I'm just quickly going around the edge with some more distressing just to kind of tie it into the bottom strip that I've done already on the base card and just give it all that kind of vintagey feel. And then I'm moving on to these little tiny hearts, and I'm sticking a couple of them down with the three-dimensional stickers, and some of them I'm just sticking them directly down to the base card. Just gives a bit of height and movement to the card, and yeah, just a bit more interesting. So now on to the actual sentiment, and I got these American Craft stickers, and I think these are really, really pretty. They are essentially chipboard letters that are covered in glitter, which gives a bit of bling to the card. It's great. Unfortunately, I don't find they stick to my cards, so I always end up gluing them down. I'll tend to find I can push them onto the card and they look like they've stuck, and then if I leave it overnight standing up, then one of the letters will fall off. So I just don't run the risk anymore, and I just stick them all down with glue. It makes no difference to me. I still love them, and I will still buy more of them. So they're great. They're great stickers. I love the name too, Thickers. That's quite funny. And then some more of these Doodlebug not stickers, rub-ons, which I use quite a lot. And I'm literally just going to, instead of cutting them out from the sheet and rubbing them on individually, I'm literally going to be really careful and just kind of rub them off directly from the sheet. This can be a bit dangerous because if you slip and you get some of the letter on there, that's going to look dreadful, and you'll waste the letters by doing that. But as long as you're careful, this is a great way of just speeding things up and getting them down on your card. And I've also put a few of those heart shapes that came with it, just dotted those around. So yeah, I've obviously corner-rounded the bottom corners as usual, and that's the card. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!